Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Yakima FatCat EVO 4-ski 2-board ski and snowboard carrier on our 2021 Mazda CX-5. There is also a 6-ski 4-board option available as well, and they double as fishing rod holders in the warmer weather seasons if you want to use them year-round. These are just going to be a really solid way if you have crossbars to get your skis and snowboards where you need them to go. It'll hold your gear securely, so let's check out how they work. The carrier is going to hold on to our skis, in this case, boards if you use them, with these two jaws. So you can see here on the end there are large buttons. We can just push with the palm of our hand if we want to. The jaws go up and they stay up, so we don't have to hold them up while we're getting our gear on and off. On the inside there's this rubberized molding on both the top and the bottom. It's going to help keep your gear protected, but also keep it from sliding around while it's in the carrier. So I can get the skis out of the way, and we can take a closer look at the carrier. As I close these up, point out on this front one, you can see that there are a couple different stops. So there's 1, 2 in the middle, and then 3 all the way down. So you have different levels to accommodate different size gear. But even if we're at the very top, we still won't be able to get the jaws open. Also in the end, you'll see that there is a metal lock core to secure the carrier. So the actual inside of the carrier is where we manipulate our clamps. So when we lock the inside of our carrier, we're locking the clamps, and when we lock the lock core on the front, we're locking everything. Clamps just hold on to our round crossbars here using this rubberized strip along the bottom that secures, and then we lock that in the carrier like I mentioned before. So you can see here on our round crossbars, they still do a really nice job and get a really sturdy hold. And if you have arrow bars, they'll work even better, but they'll work with square, factory, round, elliptical, whatever kind of crossbars you might want to use. I'll get just a quick few measurements so you can see what it would be like to live with this carrier on your car. So from the top of our crossbars to the top of our system, it's going to add about 4 inches of height. That's the number you want to keep in mind as far as how high can I get into my garage or store it, clearance issues, anything like that. And from the top of the crossbars to where our gear is going to sit, it's about 2 3/4 inches. So that's the number you're going to want to keep in mind as far as where is my gear going to sit, how high are my bindings going to clear from my crossbars to my roof. One thing that I do like to point out about the Yakima FatCat EVO is that there is the ski lift riser in the back. So if you do have really tall bindings and they are making contact with your roof, we can lift that up and extend that range a little bit, so if we do have those tall bindings, we won't be making contact. This carrier is rated to carry 92.6 pounds of weight. Keep in mind though that your crossbars, your roof system, and your roof are all going to have different weight capacity ratings, so make sure you find out what each of those are and go by the lowest rated component. One thing I really like about this carrier is how low profile it is. Very sleek and aerodynamic. It's got that nice glossy black finish, so it fits the aesthetic of this car really well, and it fits honestly most cars' aesthetic really well. So as far as value options of ski and snowboard carriers, this one's honestly probably my favorite because of that low profile, the way that the clamps are designed, the way that you can lock both the gear into your carrier and the carrier to the crossbars. It's really just easy to work with, and I think it does a great job. If I would recommend anything else, maybe I would check out something like the Kuat grip, just because it does have sliding trays. So if you're not quite as tall as me and you need a little bit of help getting your gear on and off, that's always a great option. That right there was just a look at the Yakima FatCat EVO 4-ski 2-board ski and snowboard carrier on our 2021 Mazda CX-5.